Tonight we begin the final stretch. Week 16 starts here as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night prime time. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback. And it'll come out to the 20-yard line. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. They'll look to throw. That's down the field and caught by Freiermuth. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That goes for a gain of 31.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
You look at this Jaguar defense.
Well, this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently second best in the NFL.
And this unit knows exactly where they rank. They're number 2 against the pass in the NFL. You know they have their sights set on being number 1, looking for a big game today.
Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 22-yard line.
Back to throw again.
Now he'll tuck this and run.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
60 Maverick. Got it. 79. 60 Eagle. 60 Eagle. Riggs. Let's go.
He'll drop to throw.
Now he's going to step up and run.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
Josh Hines-Allen in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. They'll drop to throw. Under pressure, they got him again.
Joshua Hines-Allen, his second sack of the night.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
And that's going to be incomplete.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you're at least putting the defenders' minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
Well, they started the drive backed up pretty deep, but a nice effort to overcome the field position, get into field goal range on the game's opening possession.
And, Brandon, I think from where they started, the initial thought was, can we get 1 or 2 first downs and help out our defense after we pump the ball away with field position? But as that drive went on, I think their sights got set a little bit higher. They were thinking touchdown, end up settling in between and coming away with a field goal. Well, that seems a little devil-may-care there, doesn't it? They gave up 3 points, but how about them coming right back and putting themselves in a position to get points of their own?
Red on red. Hey, I'm gone. Hey, center. Me. 13, look, same right. 11. Red.
Now Lawrence. This complete to the tight end, Tucker Kraft.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 36 yards on the play.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver, and as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5.
Hey, Soko, hot.
And he's got it. It's Thomas for a Jacksonville touchdown.
Brian Thomas, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Jaguars have answered that early field goal to take a first quarter lead.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
That's 3 sacks now. That's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Going up top. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
How about the challenge we're seeing here in this game early? Man coverage against some fleet receivers. That time, the defense won.
Second and 10.
Looking to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
You look at this Jaguar defense.
They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
They've established themselves pretty well throughout this season. But boy, what a competitive group of people. They do not like that ranking they have now because they think that they're better and they're out to prove it again in this game.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars 16.
And the Steelers first down. A gain of 16 yards.
A give up the middle with Benson.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
4 yards remain on second down. Ball on the 10.
They'll look to throw here.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
Well, that play there was certainly a scouting report special because coverage was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense. And they were there to help force the incompletion.
Out of the gun now on third down.
He'll try and do this himself.
And it'll be intercepted.
And the Jags are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
They need 2. Here's third down.
11. Hey, Soko, hot.
Lawrence. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's what you're going to need. To do against those big receivers, you got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it. And trying to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short, and he is short. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Second down and 6 now.
They'll set up to throw.
That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth.
He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2 as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
Let's go now. Check. 70 Timberwolves.
They'll set up a throw. And he'll throw this one away. But I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag.
Ready.
So after the loss of down, they'll come up here with a 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. This offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. They're going to look to throw. They'll try to pick it up. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Steelers have regained the lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is now 10-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown, so now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it, sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try to pick themselves back up.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And out across midfield down to the 45. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Same 30, 11, 13, Luke.
From the gun, it's Lawrence.
And the ball caught by Harrison.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
11. Think right open. Oh, hey, I'm gone. Oh, hey, tomato.
Now Lawrence to throw. That's complete to DK. And the Jaguars are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Now Lawrence now going to move him around. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
All right, let's go. Great job.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
They're able to hold them to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
A short gain that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it.
Two minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. They're not going to kick it. A chip shot, but they're going for it down 3 on 4th down.
Hey, Soko. 11. Go, let's go. Same prep, 30 left. Check, smash. 11. 13 loop.
And they'll try and throw forward with Lawrence. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll run with Benson. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now back to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. Did he get the feet down? Yes! Touchdown! Michael Pittman, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Lawrence will throw. Short throw. He's got Kraft. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's 3rd and 3. from the gun. They'll try to run it. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
A gain of 10 yards. And the Jaguars first down.
Here's Lawrence. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Over the dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field have covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Red on red. 13, look. 11. Hey, I'm gun.
Now Lawrence. Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And his guys have got it back in the closing stages of the first half.
Got it. Ready?
29-yard line.
Come on.
On first down, it's Benson. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Boswell's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
At the 43-yard line.
Hey, Soko. Sink right. 30 left. Here we go.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Able to find his man, Kraft. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Back to throw. Lawrence. Drops it underneath for Tootin. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Hey, line. Hey, I'm gun.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. Now he's going to step up and run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And all the way down inside the 5 of the 4. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Tootin will score. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Looking to put a drive together.
Let's go now.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Open man here is Benson.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Warriors 17. Ready, go.
They'll drop to throw.
Open man, that's the tight end fire move.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
Here we go.
He'll look to throw.
Now he'll tuck this and run.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with second and a yard.
19. 18, rock. Ready.
Looking to throw. It is intercepted at the goal line.
Picked up by Malachi Starks. And the Jaguars are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, first and 10.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
At the 4-yard line.
Here we go.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down.
First down. First and 10.
Now Lawrence changing the play.
Think right. Hey, run.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's second down.
But that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a third down and 6.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Hey, kill. 13, Luke.
From the gun on third down, Lawrence. Now he's going to step up and run. And Lawrence going to smartly hit the deck here as he is able to pick up the first down in the process.
Think right open. Think grip. 23.
37-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Now he'll tuck this and run.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see your franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be third down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
11. Go. 11.
Lawrence. And he is caught.
And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the fourth. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9.
Brings up
Hey,
second
gun.
and 9. at the Steelers' 21-yard
Fred,
line.
go! There we go.
Lawrence with a quick throw outside. That's complete. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
That's a gain of 6.
A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman could wander downfield. If you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice gain.
They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and a PAT for the lead. Now he's going to... And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Trevor Lawrence, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. A good pick up there at 22. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Now he'll tuck this and run. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Back to throw again. Now he's going to step up and run. And that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. He's to the 15. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Extra point forthcoming. And with that, the lead is up to 8.
Makes the score Jaguars 28, Steelers 20.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Benson. And take him down just shy of the 40.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6.
Let's go now. 79 Broncos. 70.
They're going to look to throw. Up for the left side, caught by the tight end Freiermuth. And Freiermuth going to have a Steelers 1st down as he'll get this up to midfield.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Here's Freiermuth again. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And that'll be incomplete with the penalty marker down as well. And I think he was beyond the line of scrimmage when that ball left his hand. They'll come up now on 2nd down. He'll drop to throw.
Now he's going to step up and run. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked up by Jordan Lewis. And the Jags are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season, and add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10.
At their own 19-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
Gain of 7. Brings up second.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
2nd down and 3.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And this will be a Jaguars 1st down as he gets this up past the 30 to the 32.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Thomas brings it in. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Lawrence. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Finds Tootin out of the backfield.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Now he'll tuck this and run. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
All right, let's go.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down, and that ought to be the one that seals the victory.
A lot depended on the spot there, and he got it, but it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the 1st down or not. You want that upfield play to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth, and he did get it, but not by much.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 8-yard line.
On red.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he is going to be stopped here at the line of scrimmage, and time is going to expire in this football game.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So for the Jaguars,
they are now
It wasn't easy, but nothing is. No. down. When I feel heavy metal, and I feel that I need a what a lie and I'm easy all of the time, but I'm never sure why I need you. Please let me down. Yeah, poses. That you don't have to ever quit. You think that you can get away with it. You think the light won't be ever lit. It's almost over now, almost over now. Something on your chest, better get it off. There'll be no one left when we set it off. We ain't gonna take it no more, since it's almost over now, almost